Alright, what is up y'all? We're here today for Crazy, right? I'm uploading a PCP match. What in the heck and fuck? We go against Dan, right? This is week 11. The winner of this game makes playoffs. The loser probably does not make playoffs. There's a couple scenarios where that loser can potentially make playoffs, but they are not looking great. So basically, it all boils down to whoever wins this match guaranteed goes to playoffs. So Dan has a team consisting of Skarmory, Nidoking, Goodra, Cobalion, Pukumuku, The Table, Avalugg, Mega Venusaur, Chansey, Azelf with Z moves, Sableye, and Rapidash with Z moves. Now, I have Manaphy, Sylveon, Lucario, Cloyster, Rotom Cut, Masquerain, Megalodios, Mamoswine, Delphox, Nihilego, and Swellow. So, I was really expecting the Mega Venusaur. I was really surprised when it didn't come, because if you noticed, I have two Psychic types and a Flying type. Like, I'm fucking prepared for Mega Venusaur. But it didn't come, so that means that Swellow's role in this game is basically to just be walled by Skarmory, because I had Heat Wave at one point, but I took it off for Brave Bird because Mega Venusaur was such a threat. So if Skarm wasn't there and, like, say Mega Venu was there instead, Swellow absolutely would destroy this man's team. But yeah, Swellow's looking weird. So it's just a standard Flame Orb Gut set with like Facade, U-Turn, Defog, and Brave Bird. I don't know why I started with Swellow, it's weird, but we got a Megalodios, which is actually a cool fucking set. It's a sub DD with Zen Headbutt and T-Bolt, because this man does have the Pickle, he does have Skarmory, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't really want to, you know, D-Dance versus, and a lot of stuff that I know I don't want to hit with Zen Headbutt, because Dan does love his Rocky helmets. So, then we got Sylveon, which is just bold max, just defensive as fuck, with Sub, Baton Pass, Hyper Voice, and Wish. So this thing is basically the only defensive thing on the team. It's just here to be able to get like Wish up and slow Baton Pass into something that I need to get healed up again. So, like, you know, if I try to sweep with something and it doesn't work, and it gets weakened, then I can always do the old slow Baton Pass. And if he does have the Pickle, if he does go for Toxic with Chansey, I outspeed that. I can get a sub up for basically free, and then, you know, pass that Wish on to whatever. Sylveon's looking very good in this game. We already talked about Swellow. Lucario is, if you can't tell, this is just a bunch of offensive shit plus Sylveon. So Lucario is a SD Sugarberry set. Once again, I was heavily prepared for Mega Venusaur, so I thought that he would bring it. So I'm a SD, Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, and Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed just because Lucario is he's not fast and he's not slow, he's just right in the middle. 90 base speed is good, but it's not great, you know, so I'm still outsped by Azelf and Cobalion as well, even though I wasn't really expecting Cobalion, but that thing blows me away. But at least I have E-Speed to hit the Azelf, he can run fire coverage for that. We have a Delphox, which is another cool set, I think. It is a sub, Psyshock, Flame Charge, Flamethrower set with Metronome as the item, so that way basically I can just plow through Chansey. I don't need to you know, Calm Mind up or anything. I can just keep clicking Psyshock, and that damage will add up quick. And speaking of, you know, Chansey, I'm planning on getting that thing knocked early, because young Nihilego over here is kind of a bait set. It's a lead sash set with knockoff, Sludge Wave, Stealth Rocks, and Thunderbolt. Again, I need electric coverage for that Skarm and that Pickle, but basically it's there to get up rocks, and then hopefully he can be threatened out, because Nihilego is a very strong boy, girl, whatever it is. And I can knock that Eviolite pretty easily, so hopefully we can do that. It went that way in the mock, so hopefully that's how that works. But yeah, so basically game plan here is I need to get rocks up, I need to have the Sturdy broken, I need to have the potential Focus Sash broken, and I need as much damage on Chansey and Goodra as possible. In the mock, Nidoking was Choice Scarf. It really makes a lot of sense versus my team. It gets so much coverage that it can fucking blow me away. And there's like late game, there's a lot of stuff it can lock itself into that can kind of kill all my remaining things. Like Shadow Ball does great versus me. Sludge Wave does great versus me. Fire Move does great versus me. At least on paper. These 6, not so much. But, you know, from a building standpoint. So yeah, game plan: get up rocks and start clicking buttons, and only go to Sylveon when I need to. Try not to let it take unnecessary damage. And yeah, scout his sets and see what we can set up on. So let's go ahead and jump into this. That was a nice clean 5-minute team builder. We're gonna lead off with old P on it, Nihiligo. I know, right? Solid nickname from old Shaden once again. He clicks Shadow Ball. I know this thing's gonna be Scarf. We can go ahead and knock that bad boy off. None of that. So he clicks Thunderbolt. I guess expecting me to go into Swallow on the Earth Power or the Shadow Ball, but the way he's not clicking Earth Power, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Earth Power. So that's something to keep in mind. If it does come to a situation where it's I'm in with Nihiligo or something like that, then maybe, Delphox. So like we just talked about, Delphox is in. I kind of thought he would switch out, but he didn't, so I basically just lose 25% of my health for no goddamn reason, but that's fine. So now he's in with Azelf, and I'm scared, man. I think he's going to go for that Ghostium Z. He doesn't actually go for the Ghostium Z. He fucking predicts me and goes for the Thunderbolt on my poor Swallow, and fuck. So things are not looking so great as of right now. It is 5-5, but Swallow, like, you know, it is walled by the Scarm, but versus everything else, it does do pretty good damage, and it can at least get U-turn momentum, and it's something that outspeeds the Azelf here. So, yeah, that was kind of a bad play on my part, and that sucks, but it's a good play on his part. I think it's more of a good play on his part than it is a bad play on my part, because like looking at the team matchup, I was pretty fucking sure he was being Ghostium Z Azelf. That's kind of what he's been doing all season, is just putting whatever coverage move he needs on Azelf and then just blowing something away. So I was pretty sure it'd be Ghostium because, you know, Delphox, fucking Lottie, all that stuff. But yeah, so he catches me on the T-Bolt, but Swallow fucking lives because of the 80 HP investment we put in that I took out of special attack and put it in HP. Swallow lives. Whee! So Scarm comes out, and as soon as I clicked it, I was like, he's gonna be fucking Rocky Helmet. So yeah, I just die for 4% chip off on Skarm right here. So now I'm in with Delphox. I can just blow this thing away, but I don't really want to kill it yet. Like, he hasn't gotten up rocks. He hasn't shown any moves. He's shown Rocky Helmet. I'm pretty sure he's going to have something along the lines of Toxic, Whirlwind, Brave Bird, and Stealth Rock somewhere, something like that. Maybe counter over one of those moves, but I want him to go for Toxic, or I want him to set up his Stealth Rocks, so I'm going to just go for the Flame Charge and see what we can do, and hopefully we don't do that, but he just Whirlwinds, which is fine, because now I'm into Lottie, right? So, Lottie's a fucking threat. I fully expected him to switch into Chansey because obvious Thunderbolt, but I go for the DD, so then he thinks I don't have electric coverage, then Skarmory dies. Now Chansey's up in this bitch, and Chansey, I don't know how many Zen Headbutts you're gonna be taking, my guy. So I get up to +2/+2. We're behind a sub. S-Toss does break the sub, and I 2-hit KO him from here. But turns out old Danny boy himself forgot to put his EVs into defense. I think he said he put it in attack. So, you know, he's max attack Chansey for the maximum amount of seismic toss damage. He goes for the Never-Ending Nightmare on my Lottie, and I have sub on this Lottie. And like I said, I was predicting the Never-Ending Nightmare. So I was like, why don't I just sub and then break it, and then I can live the Shadow Ball? But I'm stupid, and I'm actually a minus SPDEF nature. So because of that, I'd be down at 51%, and it did like 52 maximum or something like that. So fuck. Oh, what are you gonna do? You know, I'm just gonna go for the flinch. So I try to flinch him. He barely lives, but at least now he dies to rocks, and he's gonna burn his Z move here, which means that he cannot do a lot of damage to Sylveon. He can go for the U-turn if he wants, but this thing's dead. So he switches out into Cobalion, which is an odd play because this thing could definitely sweep me. He goes for the Iron Head. I have a Wish Up. Go ahead and get a nice re. And Cobalion goes down below half. He's going to Iron Head me. Please don't flinch. We don't flinch. We get the Hyper Voice off. We just re-in all over the place today. And Cobalion goes down. Now he goes into Azelf and sacks that, which I was confused about at first. But then it made sense once he showed this. So he is Curse. He's fucking max SPDEF Curse Goodra. We do a clean 40 with a nice re, but those lefties, man, and that max SPDEF is just, that's a lot. So he's Rest. God fucking fuckity fucking drippy fuck, you know? I'm at this point, I don't know what his, I gotta figure out what his attacking move is, because yeah, he's Sleep Talking, he keeps getting Rest. So if his attacking move is a Dragon type move, I just beat it. I can PP stall him if that's what he wants to do, but he gets really unlucky with his Sleep Talk rolls, and we don't actually ever get to see what his move was. So I just go for one more re, and because he was cursed up, he's actually underspeeding me, which is pretty funny. So we actually take the win, 3-0. We make it into playoffs, and yeah, you know, with the PCL not being active at the moment, and PBL being terrible and never being on the channel again. Yeah, I figured it'd be cool when we upload a little bit of PCP action. Actually tried to live comm my PASL game last week, but my opponent's internet was so fucking bad that I ended up, it was like a 40-minute long battle, and the battle was only like 30 turns. It's just every turn took 2 or 3 minutes because he would disconnect and then have to reconnect and then pick a move, and then the entire time I was just like, oh yeah, it's just we'll just tell a story every time he clicks a button since it's gonna be 5 minutes. And yeah, it got old fast. But I do miss Draft League content. I do like uploading it, and I think there's got to be at least a couple moffs out there that enjoy it. So this is for you guys. Like I said, we went 3-0. Good game to Dan. The Azelf play definitely was great. The Gudra set was iffy, but yeah. Other than that, it was a good game. I had a lot of fun, and he only threatened to turn the timer on me twice, so that's a win in my book. So go ahead and subscribe, do all that bullshit, and we will see you guys next time. Who's the fuck is we? It's just me. I mean, my dog's here, but she doesn't count. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye forever.